Hi there, happy Easter, welcome to my office, and welcome to the first edition of the Vocations Brigade newsletter. The goal of the newsletter is simply to bring together all of the headlines and deadlines, the highlights and ideas that are going on around the diocese in relation to vocations ministry. As you know, Bishop John has requested that each parish put together some sort of vocations team. Admittedly, that will look different at each place. Some of these teams will be big and robust with all sorts of members, others will be maybe only one person, but the goal will be at each place to have at least one person who is intently and intentionally thinking about, praying about, fasting for, working towards a build up in this culture of vocational discernment. And hopefully, as that spreads across the whole diocese, we'll see a great fruit. The Lord will bring about a great fruit through that work, and we'll have more young people who are actively thinking not just what do I want to be when I grow up, but what does God want me to be? And entering into that question with prayer and not just the aptitude tests that are passed out at their high school classroom. So that's the goal, is to bring all this stuff together. And the way that I'm going to do it is basically copied exactly from the Chancery Chatter newsletter, which you may already receive. The first section is going to be about what's coming up. So that's where I'll highlight different events that will be taking place soon, as well as sharing any of the graphics and links and registration forms that go along with such a thing. The next section will be about what has just happened. So there I'll try to highlight some of the things that parishes are doing around the diocese that they have seen as bearing fruit. That way, if you are inspired by one of those ideas, you can try to replicate it at your own parish. And then the last section there is to help you get in touch with who the right person would be at that parish. So if you see a good idea that parish X is doing, you can look on the table for that parish, find that person and connect with them about how they pulled it off, what you should look for, what they would suggest you do to make it even better. So hopefully all these things together will help us kind of move along united as we attempt to grow this culture of vocational discernment. And so if you have things that you'd like for me to share in the newsletter that you think would be good to highlight, to share with other people, please send those my way. I'll be gathering them up and packaging them here probably every quarter. Not too often, but just enough to keep us all moving along together. And then at the very bottom, there are some links that go to our website that are related to Vocations Ministry. And then the last link is to vocationsministry.com, which is a great way to get a sense of what's going on, not just in our diocese, but around the country in this regard, in pursuing a culture of vocational discernment. So hopefully all of this is helpful to you in some way. And please, like I said, if you have things that you want promoted or if you have questions about how this or that parish is doing this or that thing, please reach out to me and let me know. And we'll all sort of move along together, praying for one another and pursuing this goal, this buildup of a culture of vocational discernment. Thanks so much. God bless.